So far, I think I've been taking pretty good photos. But I mentioned this in the other video that there's lots of, especially in photography, there's always lots of people who try to tell you how to do things. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. Photography is like this. This is not photography. This is blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't care. All right. When it comes to photography, when it comes to art, you do whatever you want and screw everyone else, right? But that's not what this video is about. This video is about trying to tell you how I made these pictures. Okay, like in photography, you have to adapt, right? You always have to be doing new things. In fact, people always get after me, like, hey, I've been following your account for years. You always post rainy night photos, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's kind of what I do. But I also like to try new stuff. Like, I try to make my pictures these days look like something out of a manga or like animation. For the daytime photos, I bought the hot mirror filter, so I've been combining infrared and regular photo to make these like really out of the world photos. That's another thing. There's a few videos here on YouTube about infrared photography, and like no one ever actually takes the time to edit them, like to process them, to do something creative with them. They're just kind of like, here, I use an infrared filter, blah, 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 and it's done. And that's another thing I don't like about YouTube, right? But anyways, besides the point, I've been trying to combine my infrared full spectrum anime style photography with actual paintings, because I've been trying to create something surreal. I did it a long time ago. Like, here's a picture I took back when I started photography. This was like many years ago. But once I started trying to take like some anime style pictures, I think it was like 2014, 2015, when I bought the compact camera from my friend. I used to play around with Photoshop a lot, and I made this image with filters and editing and basically painting. So I don't know how I did it back then, because I just fucked around a lot, basically, for lack of words. But this time I have a mission, and I've been very precise in what I've been doing and trying to hone my skills. Now, if you've done pictures for a while, you're familiar with sky replacements. Like, a lot of landscape photographers do this kind of stuff. Like you take a photo, but the weather looks terrible. There's no clouds in the sky, so they'll take another one of their pictures where there is a sky, and they cut off the background and they put the clouds in the back. And for the longest time, I was against that, because that's what Reddit told me to be, that photograph is only good if it's done in camera. That never got me anywhere. And then I started doing it, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, because the problem with Korea is, like, most of the time, it's gray. The skies are gray, different shades of pollution and fog and dust, and it's terrible. And when there are blue skies, it's usually just that, just blue skies, barren, nothing there. So I want clouds. Sometimes there's clouds, but it's like once a month kind of thing, maybe less, maybe once every 3 months. So I thought, why not paint my own clouds? And that's what I've been doing these days. Like, I've been painting my own clouds into my photos. Some of you have taken notice, but really my aim is to how can I say, blur the line between reality and non-reality. I don't know how to say it. Like, you live in Korea long enough, you start to forget your English. I've been here almost 10 years. So blur the line between illusion and reality. Let's just leave it at that. And I'm pretty happy with the images. I could have just gone back to my photos and just taken photos where there's lots of clouds and underimposed them with a picture where there aren't any clouds. But I wanted to create something surreal. So these days I've been practicing on my painting skills. Drawing clouds is not easy, very, very much not easy, but maybe I'll make a video about it. I don't think there's I don't really think there's anyone on YouTube doing that kind of stuff, right? There's art channels where they do that kind of art stuff, but there aren't any photographers who do this kind of stuff. So I know there's going to be a lot of people who are saying, this is not photography, this is like digital art. Screw you guys, I don't care. I do what I want. This is my photography. This is how I like it. This is my vision, whatever. And yeah, I'm happy there's people out there. I guess I'll take this time to give you a message. There's always going to be people out there who don't like your work. Like there's a lot of photographers who are like, oh, I don't want to show my pictures because there's people out there who don't like my work. Like, that's fine, you know. Like you don't have to worry about that because there's always an audience for what you do. Like my pictures are very fantastical, you know, very surreal, like movies in some cases, or like an animation, but it's targeted to a very certain audience. So there's people like me who like my work, right? Um, just like there's people who like landscapes, but they hate black and white photography or they hate street photography. Or there are people who do like boudoir who are not interested in anything else. This is no different, you know. This is my art and this is my photography. This is what I'm gonna keep doing. So I'm gonna make a video about clouds later on. I hope you enjoy that. It's quite fun, but it takes a long time. Anyways, see you around.